live. Let me just run and check.
That's great. The guy that knows what he's doing is immediately running away.
Yeah. And we're stuck here, awkwardly waiting.
Well, we had a good run.
Yeah. I think it's gone.
Well, people are writing. Look, I'm not used to this.
The two noobs
I'm used to sitting in the background.
behind the curtain.
Yeah, seems to be working. I think we're live on all the places.
Nice. That's a lot of people.
All of the why?
So, as you may have noticed, Kuliano's got a bit younger and slimmer.
And duplicated into two.
All right. I mean, or should we do the classic thing where we wait for 200 people to join?
We already lost 4 people.
Okay.
No Kulianos, people don't want to watch.
Yeah, not fair.
Maybe they just want us to start yapping.
Mm-hmm. I think we can start maybe slowly at least. Oh, we have a Kulianos emote.
Oh wait, we need the chat open.
Nice.
Hello. All right. So, my name's Groove, and this is Jump Ship.
Wow.
We're doing the kitchen.
Yeah.
Please don't leave. Who are these gentlemen?
Yeah, hi. I'm Rasmus, part of the art team here. Been at this place for a while, done a lot of the levels and props and stuff, weapons you've seen in the game. And I'm filling in for Philip as well as this guy.
I'm Jonathan. I have not been here as long, only 4.5 months now. But I was at a company called 10 Chambers that did GTFO before. And now I'm here. Most of the stuff I've made hasn't been isn't in the game yet. Some things that were in the demo.
Yeah, I think a few of your levels were.
Yeah, a few of my levels were
have
in
been
the demo.
playing. Yeah,
but
I haven't done a diddly damn thing yet. But same with me.
And so yeah, that's me. So I'm a designer. That is what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be a bit different today probably, since no Philip, no Daniel. They're both away on vacation. Instead you have us from the content team. We'll hopefully be able to answer some content related questions such as levels and art and stuff.
So we have you guys have a lot of lovely questions every time, and we'll see if we can get through as many of them as we can. But we just wanted to start with the show and tell portion, because we're back with having things to show. So let's see here. I think once this is full screen, and then I'm gonna tab just
video.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I haven't seen this either.
Okay, so we're gonna show you some things that have happened since the demo. Starting with we've added Freelook to piloting.
Are we screen sharing and stuff?
Yes.
Cool.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just take our words.
Yes. So, like promised, we have now added you can freely look around when piloting by holding Alt, or you can see in the corner, toggle Freelook, and you can
See what you're
you
shooting
can
at.
see what's behind you,
Or what's
and
shooting at you,
that's great.
It does make a few things easier.
Yep.
Now I think we head back to Did people enjoy that? Did you see it? I just need to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you saw it. Okay, great. So, let's go back to the video. Okay. So, and then speaking of piloting, there has been changes to how often you get hit based on feedback. So now it's very doable to actually dodge things if you're cracked at actually piloting, which I think is going to show up. Yeah. So there you managed to dodge a sniper shot by boosting to the side, which is very nice. To show you here.
You failed.
If you fail by not being so like there is some degree to piloting skill now, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Philip did a fantastic job of changing that, but the gist of it now is that we're trying to get to a point where the pilot feels like a proper like fighter race. The more you fly, the more cool maneuvers you try to make, you will actually get a response from the game that you are actively evading things. You will see the bullets fly past you more than you did it before, so it's much clearer when you are actually dodging stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of feedback around that point, right? Like people felt like there wasn't too much you could do as a pilot, and this, even though it's the first step, it's already a huge one in my opinion. It feels really nice to play with.
Yeah, I generally really like piloting in most games, but I could feel sometimes in the old system that there was a skill ceiling that I hit pretty quickly. But with this, sure, it's early, but I think what's been created now really starts giving you that, like, hey, there's room to grow. I feel like if I'm a really good pilot, it rewards the team.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun to see like what you guys think of it, and once it's in, it's gonna be a while, of course, before we start testing it on our private testing places, and then of course once we finally release, what people think.
Yeah, like feels way better to me. You know, like it, like you know, seeing the like hostile locked actually gives me like a you know sense of urgency because there's something that I can do about it. It's not like I'm just like you're doomed. It's like, okay, I need to lock in and hopefully have boost now to be able to dodge.
Yeah.
So like being able to make decisions is that's really nice.
And I feel now that like doing your cool rolls or barrel rolls when you're dodging around and seeing the bullets fly and feeling that actually aids and not just makes it look cool. Like I do a roll and I see the bullets fly by that would have hit me if I didn't do that roll. I feel that it's given a lot already, so I think the people that were asking for that are going to be will have similar emotions about it.
Yeah. And on the same topic of like enemy ships and the accuracy, to sort of counteract this change of like making you the player stronger, but by being able to dodge. We're now gonna add the elite class of
that was
ships.
added like today.
Yes, starting today we have the elite class, which will show up, you know, like, you know, right next to the like sniper name. So I would say.
It's an elite sniper.
Yeah. Those ships have vastly better aim, so you can't dodge them, and they are a bit tankier. So they're like a stronger enemy for you to like work around, and hopefully prioritize. Different like ship groups will have. Like, if it's a small squad, maybe all of them will be elites. If it's a bigger squad, maybe one of them will be an elite, and like 4 gunships and like a lot of small fighters.
I think it's good to say that the from what has been told so far, like the elite class is something that is very early on and is being worked on exactly what that is. We're gonna play around and.
Yeah, it was again literally added today.
So exactly what they will do, I think, will develop before anybody else really gets to take a hold of it.
But the goal is to have like a really powerful enemy that you want to prioritize essentially.
The idea is, as you say, to create a tactical or a situation where you tactically have to decide on how to handle it in the same way as I feel that you often have in on foot, where you have to kind of decide on how you deal with each enemy at a time. That is what I've understood the idea is with the elite enemies as well. I think it's going.
Yeah. Of course, we'll keep adding to this over time as well, right? In general, the feedback has been ship combat needs more things to make it more interesting, and that's what we're working on. Especially Philip has been doing a lot of really cool stuff here.
Yeah, just you wait. Oh, we're cooking. Next up, I think, is the artifacts. If I keep playing.
Pizza.
Yeah. Here we go. So
Somebody said the Discord
now-
stream broke.
This Discord stream broke.
what broken?
Somebody said on Twitch the Discord stream broke.
It works for me.
Wow.
I just paused it.
Fine. What is Discord chat saying? I mean,
They're saying we're stupid.
it's fine for me.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
it
cool.
works on my phone. So
Twitch
Awesome.
strategy.
I have
Twitch
paused
is fucking
the screen.
gaslighting me.
I paused the video. Yeah. So artifacts are now more complete. They have their own cool, fancy icons. There's the pizza one, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And you also now have a overview of all of your installed artifacts on your tab screen, which is new and not in the demo.
Yeah, I don't think we.
Yeah.
That was added after. Like, it's a score screen essentially. Where you can like open up this menu and you can see the mission you're in, the credits you've gathered, your components, what you have installed, what's powered, unpowered, and now the artifacts as well. And I still think this isn't final by any means, but in general, it's worked really well.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice information thing you can toggle whenever you need it.
Yeah, you know, because there's a lot of different things on the ship to manage, like what artifacts and like what special weapons do we have again. So like just being able to tab and check your whole status felt like a must-have, and it's coming along nicely.
Yep.
And we like it. So there you go. This is the cool little space discs for your pizza powers. One more.
Yeah, they were very block out in the actual demo.
Yeah, but
I mean,
people
it's
seemed understanding of that.
Yeah.
A lot of blockout stuff.
I mean, it's all about giving more information to the player so you actually know what kind of stuff you have on hand at all times. I mean, when you're dealing with these many kind of different modifiers, being aware of what you've built is kind of,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that's the purpose of kind of, I mean, obviously continuing developing this.
Yeah. And now I think we're moving on to some more level previews, which Rasmus has worked on a lot. The artist.
The artist.
The one.
we're an artist team. We have 4 people. Yeah.
The artist in this room.
Yes, I'll be. Yeah. We said now that everyone's on vacation, right? Like Jonathan is temporarily lead designer.
Artist. Yeah. Groove, the head of publishing. That's crazy. Nice.
Exactly.
We're gonna just in a few frames here, I think. There we go.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell us about this biome specifically?
Oh, you okay?
The share attacked me.
Oh no.
No.
You okay?
No.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a knife on the chair.
Well, he finds a medic. Yeah, this level.
There he goes.
Well, what do I want to say? We've been working, of course, on like new finales, new mini finales, as well as new missions in general. Because in the demo we had cargo ship and the salvage one, right?
Yeah.
We have plenty more planned. I can't say a number, but we're working on adding variation to the ones that you've already seen, but also making new ones. And this is one of we call them like mini finales, which is like the salvage type, where they're like a bit easier than the huge cargo ship bombastic finales that we have. So yeah, this is a cave you go into. There's a facility, some weird blue plants. We're finally adding plants to the game. We have a few.
Yes.
We're not gonna do full-on jungles or anything, so don't get too excited. But some of this vegetation to make the environments feel more varied.
Not yet, but we'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe
jungles are scary. As an artist, you're making my heart beat faster when you say jungle.
Because we're not just able to do like photo scans of like raw
but in general, vegetation and everything, like it requires a completely different workflow. I'm not saying that it's impossible by any means, but it's like to do a good looking forest or jungle, that's a big art task and just like performance task. So right now, no jungles, but maybe in the future.
Oh man!
For now, you'll have to do with some caves with some nice plants in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fancy. Like this is unlike anything we've had so far. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I don't think anyone has really seen this outside.
I can smell it, like it's damp. It's like, bloop.
Nice.
Yes, the standard smell.
The smell of rain on like concrete and dirt.
Yeah.
And then in contrast to this blue, we have
Yeah. I don't know if this could have technically been in the demo, but maybe it wasn't, or no one saw it.
This was definitely not in the demo.
It was not.
No.
Okay, cool.
Because we wanted to. I mean, it's cool, so like, we wanted to save it for.
Yeah, maybe that was why.
There's some cool stuff happening here, so we wanted to save that for later.
Yeah, I guess this is good contrast, right? It's another level I worked on. Big lava rocks, essentially. This is a space level, so you have 0G, you fly around. I mean, it could be a broken planet. You know, it could be lava. But yeah, this is as simple. We call them find loot internally. It's just you go shoot some enemies, find some loot, and you get out. It's pretty simple. So you'll experience some of these environments soon, hopefully.
It's funny. I never take pictures of my maps, so
We'll take some for you.
Yeah. You guys are supposed to make it fancy, so
we'll make them fancy and then take some pictures for you.
Great.
Yeah, I think that's what I had for the demonstration.
Yeah. We might show some other things if we think of anything, but it might be time for some questions.
Yes, I'm sure a lot of people have questions now. I mean, just forever amount of things that we could talk about. Have you checked it? Yeah. What's Twitch saying? Is there any question time?
Yeah, I can't see any questions now, but I noticed some earlier where like there was some feedback on like the new ship systems we talked about and everything. You just want to reiterate on everything. Like this is most of the things we show here are very work in progress. So like nothing set in stone. Like we're definitely gonna do this thing or that thing.
I mean, exactly, because everything is so early to say. Because I noticed some things. It was like, you can't. We get elite enemy that you can't. That is an incredibly early version of what that is. I mean, all development is you have to get something in, and then you work on what you create that system to be. And of course, we don't have Philip here to explain exactly his what his visions for the entire thing is. So what we're saying is very early and not too what do you call it?
Yeah, but it's really nice to have
fleshed out version of.
Yeah, but it's really nice to get feedback and stuff on it too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Release date, I think, is to clear that one.
Yeah,
as always, unless we say anything else.
Yeah,
it's summer this year.
We need to rapid fire the very common ones. Yeah, still release date later this summer. Stay tuned. We haven't announced anything yet. You will hear about it when we do. It's gonna be.
That's a good one. Yeah,
this year and stuff.
Are there more on-foot weapons planned than what we saw in the demo?
Yes.
There might be. Yes, very soon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, now or in 2 years, I don't know. But at some point, there will be at least one more.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you want to show something. Maybe Alphonse can tune in. But there's. Cool. Of course, we want to do like plenty more weapons.
Oh, there we go.
Alphonse is working.
There he is.
Together with our, I'd say, almost weapon artist, Emil. They've been doing some really cool stuff on a new gun. It's gonna be really fun to see.
So release date, same as we've ever said, later this summer. Xbox status, still nothing new to say. It's coming along, so like. It's not. Yeah, it's we're on track. Not in a state to have any tests yet, but if that happens, then we'll let you know as well. But no further Xbox big announcements yet.
But I did see some people ask if there was gonna be on Xbox, and I mean,
yes,
that's the plan.
Yes.
There's we've shown off the dart, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think it's a secret. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
talked
we have
about.
more ships.
Yes.
at
Yeah,
least.
we have more ships
Yes.
coming. That's
Yeah, we have said that at launch there's going to be one more ship, a smaller, faster one, more suited for like two, three people.
Yeah.
Like a more small, nimble ship. What was another good question? Plans for more beta.
Oh yeah.
So we probably won't do another public demo like the one during Steam Next Fest, but we will have at least one more round of inviting a few more people to our closed beta when we get back from vacation and push these things out that we've shown you to testers. So if you haven't signed up through our website, do that. Just Google Jump Ship website and you can sign up. And then there's a slim chance that you might get picked by the lottery ticket to invite. Yeah, we're probably gonna do a few more. For like. Yeah,
we have a lot of stuff that we want to test. Of course, we've shown you some things now, but of course we have a lot of other things we've worked on in the meantime that we're excited to try out. It feels weird to be so secretive about everything. I just want to show everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we can talk about things we want to, but saving things to be a surprise is also fun. Space sharks. No, I'm kidding. Okay, a lot of other crossplay. No, not for a long time.
Would be awesome to have, of course, but it's a big thing.
Yeah, so don't go in thinking it's gonna be crossplay. Unfortunately,
I like that one. The possibly multiple gunner seats, for example.
Oh yeah, changing like the layouts, the rooms.
Yeah, I'm sure we mentioned this to some extent before, but we talked about of course, we want more player ships for the players, and we want to make them feel different from each other. We've had design discussions about what we want to do. Having, for example, 2 combat stations for a ship would be super cool, or maybe your power grid is super far away from your other things, and you have to we design them in different ways so they feel different, not just visually but gameplay wise. That's of course something we really want to do.
Yeah.
And we have some plans for new player ships there.
So if you want to customize your rooms, that will be just choosing another ship, because the ships have to stay their shape.
Yeah, I mean that's a bigger question. We might be able to.
That's what it's gonna be for the initial launch. At least.
No plans right now to be able to switch one room for another. We have had ideas of for example, we might want to replace your pizza machine with something else, or you might want to move your jukebox and put it somewhere else or something. Yeah. We've played around with those ideas, and I think it's gonna be in the game at some point, but it's not really fully decided what we're doing there.
No, and I mean it's all a matter of priority. I'd argue. There are other parts of the game that are still, very much in progress that needs to be done. But I'm not going to say exactly, because I think it's good to take into account that while we know a lot about the games, at the end of the day, it's the founders that choose exactly what is being prioritized at any one point.
Yep.
So we can talk a lot about the things that has been discussed and what we know would be nice and things like that, but exactly what comes in what order going to be difficult for any one of us to say. And I think even for them, because things change so rapidly during development.
I mean, we have to wrap this package up now, right? If we're gonna again, release date this summer is what we're saying. There's a lot of things to pack up before then, and that's what we're focusing on, making it all into a nice, neat package. So some things will have to fall behind for now, and there'll be cool updates in the future, and we'll just prioritize by what feels right for us and what the community feels is good. Oh yeah, I think you talked about this quite a lot during your last Q&A, right? About keeping weapons between missions.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, we mentioned last time we said we have a compromise to an improvement to ease frustration, and I don't think we can show it yet. But yeah, I mean, like we mentioned last time, that's the biggest feedback we heard. So that was the first thing we got to work on, and Julianos has his good game design fix, so it's being worked on, and you will see when the game comes out that it's going to be less frustrating and not losing all your stuff. Yeah. Before there was someone on YouTube had a good mention of like, is the game server based or P2P, and then like, what are thoughts on like game ownership and like end of life support with all the stop killing games things.
We're doing the small questions.
That's a big question.
It's relevant.
It is incredibly relevant.
So we are P2P, so it like we don't need to host a server to like keep the game alive. In that sense, we will also have a fully offline mode, so that once you buy the game, you just have it and play it. I
mean,
that's all I know for now.
And there shouldn't really be any more. I mean, I don't think that's a secret. All games eventually lose support, and I'm not going to talk about how long. I don't think we even have an idea of how long Championship is going to be getting constant support. But with those things, I think it's pretty clear that there shouldn't be anything that stops you from playing it after.
Yeah, it's always great to like launch up on a game that you bought 15 years ago and just play with your buddies, even though servers were down since 15 years ago. Yeah. So I hope that seems to be the plan for us as well, right? Like,
I mean, like it's not live service, so like we're not gonna just turn it off and then you're all losing jump ship.
We'll just not get updates anymore once we've moved on, but who knows when that would be.
Many
years.
There's
so many questions and things for that.
So for those who don't know what peer-to-peer is, like, you are technically hosting your own server. You keep your own progress on your machine.
As long as you have an internet connection to me, then we can play together.
And
if I don't have an internet connection, I can play by myself. That's essentially.
And there's no DRM and no anti-cheat shenanigans on your computer. It's just like, it's a co-op game, so do whatever you want. Kind of.
And that's also I noticed some modding questions, so that's also an old one. Like, we won't do modding support specifically, like we won't have the time or resources to spend time on making modding easy for you, but we also won't stop you from doing anything. Unless you're doing something completely crazy, but I don't think that's going to happen. Just, if you want to try and make your own chip, then go for it. It's going to be very difficult, but you can go for it.
I mean, I'm with the experience from GTFO, which had a pretty active modding community, which, because of how that game was built and how most games are built, every update destroyed everything they did. But the modding community was fantastic. I love modders. It's always really cool to see what people do. But I mean, I'm not sure especially not we can make any promises about how modding support will. And when I say modding support, like how we will make any effort to keep mods alive during updates and things like that. There's we haven't launched into early access yet, so like all plans can change to be like, we weren't planning on this, but we will maybe get the resources if the game is successful to be able to fulfill a lot of wishes. So it's hard for us to make definitive statements on it's a maybe, we hope to be able to do it. That's all we can say. I agree with Crosta there. If you mod to remove the pineapples, we will find you.
That's the only mod we won't allow.
Pineapple pizza is actually the most load-bearing code. So if you remove it, it's not.
It's the coconut of Team Fortress.
Yeah, it's over. Long-term progression and unlockable. So the permanent progression is the ship and buying more ships and getting all of the mini components and upgrading them, completing ventures. There's been talk of, in some capacity, including a player progression system, last time Philip spoke on this, he wants to do it, but in like a meaningful way, that doesn't just feel tacked on, and doesn't add to the layers of layers on like numbers and like stat shifts. Same with adding perks to the different suits. It's like now you have so many numbers and modifiers to keep track of, and we also don't want to create this like meta of like here's specific classes that people should be doing. People should stay the same so that you can all swap roles on the fly.
Yeah.
So we're like careful about adding stats to like different suits.
Yeah. At the same time, we have this is not a statement on like we're doing this, but we have talked about it would be really nice to have personal progression as well in different ways. When it comes to like right now you're keeping the weapons, for example, like being able to possibly customize them or customize your loadout, stuff like that in the future would be really, really cool. Again, nothing of this is being worked on at the moment, but we want to be like it would be really nice to have meaningful personal progression on top of the shared progression we have with the ship, right? So it's a constant discussion that's going on. But yeah, we can't just put stats on the suits and call it a day. It's a longer thing.
No, it all needs to fit together and create a meaningful addition to the gameplay loop without just feeling tacked on. If these things don't properly operate with each other, you might get just a bigger issue with an entire balancing and making that feel nice.
At some point you will have maybe unlocked every content that we've added so far, but then we hope to have enough end game stuff that you like if we add the endless mode gauntlet, then that could be your like end game challenge to get to wave 200 on like the hardest difficulty and get a cool thing. Not definitive, but that's something that you could do in the end game, depending on where we're at in the releasing content cycle.
Yeah. I like this question. Are there any specific plans for cute cosmetics in the future? Yes.
Oh, we have so many ideas.
yeah, we've talked about so many things.
Yeah.
I don't think we can share too much because we don't know if it's actually going to happen or to what extent. But yes, we want cute cosmetics, and that does not mean microtransactions. So no microtransactions.
Yeah, no.
In this game.
Yeah, we like. If there's cool helmets for you to get, it will be through progression or completing like achievements or adventures. Yeah, someone on YouTube said like hats. We've prepared for adding as many helmets as we want, like just like the back end of just being able to scroll through a big list if we add that many. But yeah, we're not just gonna churn out like a skin factory and charge money for them.
But we love being able to customize your character as well.
Yeah.
And of course we've been watching all the YouTube videos and streams and everything and seeing people come up with fun combinations and making their suits look the way they want them to. It's been really fun. So more ways of being able to do that would be just good stuff, right?
Yeah. Maybe we get some opportunities to collab with space games. Like there's a lot of half of you have probably played like Helldivers, so if they want to talk to us and do a little fun thing in the future, if we're cool enough for the Helldivers gang, then
I know people. I can get into their office.
Whoa, let's go.
They're not far.
No, we know where they sit.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I'm drinking beer and coffee. Somebody asked.
Okay. We need to be
Shotgun.
careful about.
You're mixing coffee. And
We need to be
I
careful
want my
about
coffee, but I want
hitting the table.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we had this last time where the camera kept shaking, so I put that on the chair. So we need to kind of stay
Smart.
back from the.
I'll stay still.
Pierre Luc, I see you. Thanks for shouting out. It's good.
Any chance of melee weapons? Yes.
Yes.
At some point, we have worked on them. I think even Alphonse has shared some work in progress stuff, right?
What, sir?
He has shared some melee weapon work in progress stuff.
Yeah. He has mentioned the
decomposed wrench. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alphonse,
okay,
the chronically working man. He's on vacation.
Just send wrench picture and I can open it in like full screen.
I sent you my wrench.
I can open it full screen. Yeah. So how's everyone doing?
Yeah, how's the community? We're keeping tabs on you guys. We're seeing what you're doing.
Y'all excited about this small game called Jump Ship? Oh yeah. Okay. So we haven't been able to check the accurate wishlist numbers because of the Steam sale because they paused it, but I think there's a like a 50-50.
It's doing very well.
Yeah.
Let's maybe save the number before
Okay.
like it feels like we wanna.
We've almost got 10 whole wish lists.
Yes.
I mean, it is not wrong to say that we have more than 10 wish lists.
Yeah.
It's true.
That is entirely correct.
Yeah, I don't want to take away but it's like.
Yes.
Are we sure? Are we sure we're there?
Okay.
In a
Once
few
we
days.
have the numbers, we can.
Yeah,
celebrate.
we're reaching a huge milestone.
Yeah,
wish
which is
list-wise.
actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
So thank you all for like playing the demo, wish listing, recommending it to your friends. It's been crazy.
yeah, the constant like positive feedback and like 93% on like Steam during Next Fest from like us, just the people working on it. It's like, wow, people really like this. Thank you. My goodness.
Yeah.
And like people saying like, can we pay for just to keep the demo going? We're like, no, because we have, we've shown you the things we're improving and adding. As much as you want to give us money, please hold on to your money for now, and then you can. But it's really touching, and we're all super excited. We feel more energized and confident than ever that we're moving in the right direction. Of like, okay, we'll just keep doing this because 93%. My God.
Yeah, there's a very good energy at the studio.
Yeah.
And of course, like every stream and YouTube video, there's a 50% chance minimum that we've seen someone here has seen it. Like we're constantly browsing YouTube and Twitch for Jump Ship content. And it's been really fun watching you guys do it.
Here we go. Y'all ready for wrench action? Let's see. Should be.
This was
Did it do it?
was technically in the demo.
It was?
It was not removed.
You just couldn't find it, I guess.
No. Yeah, no, it wasn't spawnable. But I did join somebody's
Get 'em.
game and use it.
Get him.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. It's
Yeah.
so chunky.
Yes.
Alphonse, well done.
Yeah.
You cooked.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope we can get this in for release, but
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, this looks great, right? Of course, we want this to be in the game.
Nah. Let's just skip it.
I mean,
Yeah. So stuff is stuff is always in the works. Okay. So there's been several people who have mentioned like when you're in a party, can you buy things for the host ship? Not currently. Balancing wise, maybe we're not gonna do that because then
I think it's something that's going a bit back and forth on like how we want to try how it feels to know we do out it, and we'll see what happens.
I mean, like the like monetary rewards from completing a mission is shared like between the whole group, so like you should just spend the money on yourself. Like there's a sense of accomplishment in finally being able to like afford this thing rather than pooling your money together and just being able to like, okay, now we're maxed out. But maybe
somebody wrote there's like, how about buying upgrades for your own ship while being in another lobby? I don't think I entirely understand the question, but what I'd say is that, I mean, when you do missions in another person's lobby, you still gain resources that you can utilize to upgrade your ship when you go back.
Yes.
So while you can't buy it directly, you can, buy stuff and upgrade your ship once you're in your lobby for the stuff that you've gained.
Yeah. And if you're playing together, in general, you unlock the same things. So like when it comes to, if I own this part, you own that part, doesn't really matter because I think most of the time you'll own the same things.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong.
Yes, because if you both go out on a mission together and you find a component and then bring it back, you will both unlock it.
However, if you are in a situation where I've played 500 hours and have unlocked and you guys have just started playing, but I think, again, I'm not going to put too many words into what the overall design discussion is, because yes, we are missing the big design man himself. But kind of it is like, okay, well, then you might take away a little from the new people's person is like, they don't get to explore and find out the new things in the same way. If you want to have all of the things, then you can jump over to that person's ship who has unlocked everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
But again, this is all very like continuously developing things.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna rapid fire some stuff. Can you buy ship decorations for the ship? Like I said, we're gonna have a few things you can place on your ship. Like the classic, like the hula lady, but not that specifically. We have ideas for small little fidget things for you to decorate with. So that's a plan we have, and hopefully we can have it soon. Are there going to be flares or a mechanic to lose missile lock? Yes, we have mentioned this. Flares is a thing. What happens to earnings if someone disconnects partway through a mission? I think it works like the people who are present when the mission ends, then those people will get the screen of showing how much you earned, and then it's deposited.
That's what you get. I'm not sure how it works for the things like the currency you pick up that's just on the floor.
Yeah, I don't think we're the right people to answer this
no,
question.
No,
okay.
this is a like a
Philip or Vilde or
the tech people.
Yes. So there's big minutia there, but the point is, you can rejoin people's games if you disconnect, so you will have the chance to get back in to not miss out on the loot once you end the mission. So that should not be a problem. And can we join mid-game? Yes. There's going to be a lobby browser and more things to make it very clear that you can join. Yes.
Yeah.
What else have you seen that you want to address?
Someone asked about like being able to customize things in your hangar. I would really hope we can do that soon. Again, probably not for launch, but it would be awesome to be able to customize your at least some colors in your hangar as well. Change your rooms out, or maybe even more hangars in the future.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like we have long-term plans to have different hangar locations as you progress closer to the Galaxy Center.
Yep.
So it's probably not going to be snow forever, but that's like a longer, like in future updates there will be like a hangar update.
Yeah.
Where new stuff happens.
No PvP, probably ever. Just reiterating.
Yeah. Not probably. It's
never.
Yeah,
never.
It's not
never.
gonna happen.
No. Never PvP.
That's the only thing we're gonna say. It's never happening. It's not gonna be PvP, for many reasons, but that's just not the game we want to make.
Mm-hmm.
You can. There are plenty of other fun games where you can play PvP, but
I mean, it's for each to their own game.
Yeah.
Like some games work with it, and Jump Ship isn't really.
And then kind of on the same realm of topics, increasing the player limit and like multi-ship missions. It's not impossible. Currently, everything's been designed around maximum of 4. So even if modders like artificially boost up the player limit to 8, it's gonna be chaos, but like fun. But
I mean, the game won't
objectives...
scale. Like the game won't recognize that you're 8 people and spawn in a challenge enough for 8 people. So it's like you can do it. Like, if you can.
I mean, knock yourself out.
yeah. Again, if you can mod and make that happen, cool. Yeah. We won't stop you. But it's not. We can't. It's a matter of like, sure, we could do 5 players, we could do 6 players, but it's the more players we have, we need to make sure the scaling works well for all of these, and you have fun on all the different amounts. Like they all have something to do. So it's just a matter of like 4 is where it's at for us. That's where we're gonna be keeping it.
And our team is what, we're 16?
Yeah, we're 16 people. Yeah. With some external help.
Yeah, with external help.
So that's
but the internal team is 16.
Yeah, so we're a small squad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Small gang.
Yeah.
Someone on YouTube mentioned public player models helmets for 3D printing and animation. We had a talk about this. We can pretty easily release the FBX files for a few key things closer to for like early access. So like here's 8 models that's rigged maybe and just done that you can use for fan stuff or convert them to STLs to print. But that's something we can kind of easily do, and it would go a long way to like we want to see you make cool stuff, and it's like yeah, sure.
Yeah, shout out to Proxy on that one, making the BuddyBot actually work.
Oh, can I pull that up actually? If I go into, I would like to see fan art.
Looks really good.
Yeah, shout out to Proxy for actually building their own BuddyBot and printing.
Also, a lot of other cool fan art in here.
Yeah.
Some of you have ripped assets and done some cool stuff.
Yeah. The fan art already is crazy good.
Yeah. Some of you have recreated the catamaran. Yeah, this looks great.
It's peak Proxy. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've tried to print it out, but it turns into a absolute horror machine.
I think they're working on it. They're making its way.
The McDonald's dip kills me. This is so good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So thank you guys for making all this stuff.
This is so cool.
It's really fun to see.
So we want to see more of this, which is why we are going to help you by probably doing this release.
Yeah, it's a matter of time, as always, right? Like if we're gonna find all these files, a lot of them were built to be in the game or be animated or work in a certain way. So it's not just we can just put or make it into an STL file and boom, it's ready. So, but we'll most likely happily share some FBX files or some certain things. Maybe we can do a vote for those who care, and you can select a few files and you can make them into STLs yourself, make them printable, or you use them for, I don't know, videos or whatever you're doing. Yeah. The ships will be cool, yes. On the ships though, they will be very difficult to make happen. We've talked about printing them ourselves as well, but they mostly use trim sheeting.
It's time to get technical.
Yes.
Let's talk about art. Let's talk about 3D.
Technical art, not tech. We still can't answer all the tech questions.
No, technical art. Without going into too much detail, but a lot of the detail you see on the actual ships are from textures, which means if you remove the textures, it's mostly pretty like clean surfaces that are just gray, which doesn't mean that it's unprintable, but it's a lot of you have to paint in most of the details yourself because the model doesn't have too many of them. So yeah, we're not against it, but there's that, but also there's the interior, exterior, there's a lot of work to be done, so maybe we can give you one FBX and you'll have to patch it yourself if you're super hyped. Yeah, art is boring. Yeah, I guess. Let's move on. Let's move on to something more interesting.
Oh yeah, adding any kind of mod Steam workshop support? Most likely not. We all started as modders ourselves. That's how most people get into game stuffs. We want to focus our time and resources on making our own content this early. So while we are super cool with make all the mods you want by yourself, super cool, we would love to see it. We will probably not be able to add Steamworks support or a official mod tool because some things are just very difficult. Again, Rasmus can speak at length on how impossible it is to make your own ships because they're basically like a whole level.
I don't want to say impossible, but it is like, we've worked on this one ship for almost, I think, more than 4 years now, right? And it's like been iterated, and it has so many systems. Like if you open up the hierarchy, it's filled with so many things. So impossible, definitely not, but it's, man, if anyone ever manages to make their own player ship, I'll be very impressed.
But like texture swaps for like
Catamaran?
Because Lux is like, give me my Hatsune Miku ship, and I'm like, oh yeah. Hopefully that works.
Textures, that's easy. If you want to add stuff on top, like you want to, I don't know, add a hat to the catamaran, I'm sure you can do that without any issue. But yeah.
Whoever makes a new ship as a mod will get hired on the spot.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
Oh boy.
More FPS weapons, yes. Yes, we have one in the works, and there will be more later on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So so 2 questions in a row, both about music. We get sound help by 2 lovely individuals from Ghostwood Empire.
Yeah, Dennis and Daniel.
Same people who worked on Satisfactory.
Yeah.
They are great, and they make some super bangers.
Yeah.
Made the cool rock song for our trailer.
Oh, yeah.
So they help us create the vibes.
Yeah, shout out to Ines as well for singing on that.
Yeah.
She works a lot on music. I think also Oa is working a lot on music. Yeah.
And the music players, the jukebox and the boombox on the ship and in the hangar, we have fixed it now. So it does play things, and we will add more songs to it. Hopefully we can work out something with like fan songs. If you make a really cool track inspired by Jump Ship, maybe we can put it in somehow. Not making any promises there because music licensing is hard, but that would be super cool. And if both parties consent.
Yeah, we do have a plan for music. Whether or not that works out, there will be a bunch of fun tracks on the jukebox.
Yeah, so you can shuffle through and just blast some space rock while you boost into a planet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to see more about what Daniel cooks up.
Yeah.
Just sounds are so crunchy and good. Import your own music to the jukebox. I mean, mods will maybe be able to solve that, but I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. It depends a bit on how I don't know.
Yeah,
how the jukebox is set up.
I
have not looked at that. Again, this is something that the more technical people of the company would be able to answer, but they are on vacation. But it all depends on how that's set up, and then it comes to a bunch of licensing things and stuff like that, and can't say anything.
Yeah. Do we want to do some rapid fire maybe, or
yeah, we can try and get as much as
there's anything else we want to show?
I can't think of anything we have done and prepped.
No. Planned cost range currently. Indie games at a similar scope is what we're aiming for. It won't be $60 or $90, whatever. We'll
similar to games of our scope that launch into early access.
Yeah, I don't think it will be a surprise to any. When we release the price, it won't be oh, that's crazy or crazy low, or it'll be most likely what you expect.
Yeah,
similar to other space games. So
no,
30 for each
of the same scope.
Star Citizen.
I never said a name. Kidding.
Allowing disconnects to reconnect you. Yes. Sorry. Let's see. No news about early access release date. No. Still later this summer. Will you add alien enemies? Possibly in the future, maybe further down the line, maybe more factions than just robot, but that will be a big thing to okay.
No concrete plans, but
yeah, maybe
we would love to.
It would be super cool.
But again, there's 16 of us.
Yeah, I like this question. So Elfboil didn't like that you had to be 4 people to open all the doors. I think we've actually changed this.
That is.
Oh, we have. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you need all players but 1, I think, or something like that.
Yes. Yeah, and that changes depending on how many you are. So that's not. If you're 3, there needs to be 3 people. No, then.
Yeah, a lot of people playing the demo were annoyed that you couldn't open a door without being everyone there, and then someone was super slow, and now you'll not have to deal with that as much anymore.
Yeah.
So that's that's good.
Any new costumes? Not sure. We're gonna keep cooking up some. I mean, new suits and helmets will come, but I'm not sure what we'll have for the first launch.
Yeah. Pre-orders, no.
No. Just wait until release and then buy a bunch of copies for your friends. Yes.
Buy 5 copies.
Yeah, just no like FOMO thing.
Yeah. Is there going to be a story mode? I think that one's a bit interesting.
Oh yeah.
We actually used, when this game was originally before we landed on the roguelike aspect and the current Galaxy map and everything the way it works now, it was more of a campaign with separate missions and stuff. Now we've landed on what you have played now, but I think we all want to some extent add more story as we go. So there won't be a story mode per se, but there will be missions that have some extra voice lines. We'll up the stakes by each finale that we add. I think that's going to be our main story way, except for the hangar, of course, where we have the characters talking. But as we go, the finales will develop the story and we'll move further into the galaxy, essentially. So we're hoping to have more story and more stakes for you all. There's more storytelling element in the map design, that as well. That's something we're trying to push in the art team. Trying to make every place make sense and add some sort of story to it. I think there's still a lot of things left to be done there, but we're working on it.
Ooh, let's see how many we can do before we end. Deep Rock Jump Ship collab. Who knows? Maybe we know those guys. So once the game's out and if it feels good, maybe that would be awesome. We'll see. Can the fabricator be able to make more stuff than just the basic, like the side clip? Like, can you unlock? I'm not actually sure.
No, but
yeah,
I think that's a question that's up in the air. Like, it's not difficult. Like we could essentially add any pickupable item to the game, like to the fabricator if we want to. It's more a matter of like design, right? Like, do we want to be able to craft everything? If you can craft the best weapon in the game at all times, wouldn't you always do so? And it's like a matter of cost and benefit and all of that stuff. So I think we'll keep developing.
Like 4-pack discounts? Nope. It's just gonna be just buy the game.
Yeah, I don't think Steam allows like buying bundles anymore.
They don't like it.
They don't?
Yeah, I think they stopped after a while.
Yeah.
So like even if we wanted to, I don't think we could.
I want to say that I love the speedrunning things. I know that our little design team sat and looked, and it was funny to see how you found the holes in every single map.
That was the most fun thing to follow, like ever. Like
it's like you think you're pretty good at your own map. You think you know where the holes and the problems are, and then you see somebody launch themselves from this little edge of a corner and fuck off into the middle of nowhere. It's funny.
yeah, a lot of my maps are like, oh, this looks pretty solid. Like, oh, you have to go in through here, and everything's like, oh no, there's just a hole up here, and you can just fly through and get the loot immediately. It's been really fun watching you guys find all those bugs.
Queen Maffin, you absolute unit for, and then like all of you just like workshopping, trying to find Iris Skip. Was really cool. It was like, oh my god, it's real. Yes.
I'm honestly more surprised that the level didn't just entirely break. Yeah,
you guys are very creative with some things. Going through geometry and all this.
Yeah. Flight stick support.
Why you put this on me?
You're the senior here. We've only been here for a few months.
Please.
Well, what's the status on that? It's still right. Like, of course, would be nice to have, but it's probably not going to happen for quite a while.
Yeah. Maybe, but since it's such a popular request, we're not gonna ignore it forever. But it's like, how big of a priority is it?
Yeah,
but it would be super cool. So
again, 16 people,
maybe at some point.
Big project to finish.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll hire more. Okay, we'll
the whole
for legal.
I don't care. I don't care.
Ship models, yes, there will be other ship models.
Yes,
completely new ships. We might do variants and stuff as well.
2 at launch, and then there's gonna be more.
Yes, and when they pop in, we'll tell you when it's time.
Yeah.
It's like we when it comes to also, I've noticed some questions about roadmap and stuff. Like, we'll go like as we go along, we'll see what we want to do and how much we can do and everything, and what we need to prioritize. Of course, we have some general plans of we want to do, like maybe the first 3 months or whatever after launching early access. But nothing's really set in stone. Like, we want to react to what the community is feeling and what we feel is the most exciting and adds the most to the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, like we might end up having 4 ships after a year of early access, or we might end up having 8, or we still have 2. It depends on what people feel like, right?
Yeah.
And what we have time for.
That's a point that I can't stress enough, that like the plans for year 1, year 2 will change depending on what you say.
Yep.
When early access launches and you start giving us feedback and we see patterns, it's like, okay, this is what the plan's going to be for year 1 now to address this, or add more of this that you like.
Yeah.
So it's really going to change and reshape. But it will be my job to make these roadmaps and keep you informed. And once we're close to release, and we know what we have in for the first build, then from there we can say like, okay, so this stuff is coming next, and then this stuff, and then we're done with year 1. So there will be a roadmap posted.
Yeah, we'll have a roadmap. We'll see.
Star chart.
More emotes. Ask Alphonse.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. I think we're gonna wrap it up, but thank you so much for, like, there's so many, like, leave all of your questions in just the normal Discord channels, and me and community members will answer as much as we can. But like, we super appreciate it. Just the unfathomable amount of interest.
Yeah.
And we want to answer everything, but it's
yeah, there's so many things going on. But in general, like, thank you all for the videos and comments and everything that you post and talk about the game or share with your friends. Again, like, we watch most of it in the office, pretty much everything.
It's kind of sad they don't do anything else.
Yeah, we just watch YouTube all day, watching. You upload too much jump ship content. Like, know that we do really care, and we hear pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And we'll keep an eye out.
It's gonna be good. Don't worry. When we have news, we're gonna shout it out everywhere, so you're not gonna miss it.
Yeah.
When we have news.
And you won't have to wait too long, right?
Yeah.
It's
Or
halfway through summer already, right?
Let's not tease people.
What is summer really?
What is summer? What is too long? What is soon?
You know, when it stops being summer here, it's summer in Australia. So.
Well, we're never gonna release one.
No. But yeah, we're gonna peace out. But leave your many questions in the chats, and have a lovely Wednesday. Any final goodbyes?
From us?
No.
From chat? From you?
I was trying to think of like something zippy to just
You did a good job.
Okay.
Thank you all so much. It was really fun to be here. We'll see if we ever show up again.
Yeah.
If we're banished now.
Banished back to your desks to keep making the game.
We're not showing up again.
No, we will be behind the curtain though.
The second Cup Philip sees this, they're never letting us on stream.
Yeah. All right. Have a good Wednesday.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Love you guys, and everyone.